Hello everyone, and welcome to the first episode of my new survival Let's Play. Today we're going to be going over what I have planned and where I plan on going with this series in the future. So, let's start off with a quick base tour. As you can see, I've already got a lot of the basics started. Honey farm, cactus farm, bamboo farm, smelting system, nether portal, enchanting setup, and some rudimentary bone meal. A giant mushroom, just because giant mushrooms are cool. Then I have my villager breeder behind this door. We can peek in here and see him just in there making do, looking good. Basic trading hall. Button. Basic trading hall. And another warp farm and slime farm down there. If you can kind of see that chest. It's there. Yeah. See it just peeking out of the water? There's a slime farm under there. And it needs to be dug out. This was my oak tree farm. Classy. Look at them oak logs. Gotta get some more of those later. And that's my base. As you can see, we have started a little bit into this survival Let's Play, mainly because I feel that the really early game, it usually only takes up 1 or 2 episodes, and I just recently did that right before I decided I was going to start YouTube, and I'm like, most important thing with a video, making sure that you're enjoying it. So I didn't really want to go over the survival stuff again, so I decided to hop in and get started when we can move right on to building farms. Once you're already a little bit established, you got your villagers, got your sugarcane, got your wheat, because starting in a village since 1.14 is just, oh goodness, it just like, early game Minecraft, nah, just move into a village, take over the place, and suddenly you've got everything you need. Alright, so that about covers what we got already. Next, I should go over why the cactuses are so tall. That pretty much comes down to that the server I play on is a friend server, and it's also kind of sort of bargain basement bin. It's not very good. So we have to run a combination of mods to improve performance, and that means there are extra settings that the admin gets to play with, and they decided to play with those settings to make cactuses grow 12 high, so there are lots of cactus on the server. The other things that the admin did is they disabled creeper griefing. So creepers do damage entities, and me, as you'll probably see getting snuck up on, which is why I have safety cats hidden around here. Let's go find one right now. All right, safety cat, keeping me safe from creepers. All right, yeah, safety cats, iron golems. This base is well secured, not well lit, but well secured. So yeah, creepers don't blow up blocks, cactuses grow 12 high. Sometimes this hasn't really happened recently on the server, but redstone occasionally doesn't quite work how it should. Although since the newer updates to paper, that hasn't really been happening. The other thing I should mention is that there are some differences in duping. I think the duping that is disabled is sand duping, can't do end portal sand duping. Shed a tear for all the desert sand that is going to be consumed by my shovel as a result. But that's pretty much it. They have enabled rail, carpet, and TNT duping. So those 3 things are going to be all in order. And yeah, I think that pretty much covers the differences between this server and default vanilla. Then let's get into what this server is actually about. This server is a friends multiplayer server. That's kind of why I wanted to do a series on it. It's not one of your big YouTube SMPs. It literally is just me and a couple of my friends playing together. I'm the most active, so I wouldn't really want to showcase too much of their other builds, but there are other players, and that kind of makes things a little bit interesting, because every once in a while we might run into something that, like a randomly generated structure, except it was built by a player, and we can find out its history. That brings me nicely to my next point, which is the lore behind this place, why I'm out in the desert, and why I started fresh. This is an old server. It stretches back many years, and every so often, actually, alright, let's take a seat and I'll go over the lore story. This looks like a nice view right on some shattered icebergs, obscured by cactus, single tall spruce tree. Perfect spot for a little bit of a story. So, back in ye old times, there was this place called Alfresca. The people of Alfresca grew decadent and rich on the exploiting of zombie pigman mechanics, until they eventually got bored with vanilla Minecraft and decided to start over again. So the admin constructed an altar of eggshell white, which was used to automatically teleport these people to far off to distant lands, which they founded a new community. However, as Minecraft goes, they grew bored of their new land. It was too developed, they had reached too far, gone too close to the sun, and they had become burned, their wings of wax melting, and boredom setting in as they plummeted to the ground and stopped playing. So the admin devised the plan. If it worked once, it would work again, and thus the altar was changed to teleport the people even farther away. And so this land was born. This was essentially the admin saying, hey, let's start over the whole server without resetting the map so we get to keep all our history. That nicely wraps up the lore part. There is a very small community that is over in this direction. I built myself a little bit of ways away from the main spawn point. But we can go take a look at this land spawn. It's an artificially set spawn point. So it's not world spawn. If we die, we may get to see world spawn. It is a chunk error in the middle of nowhere. So that will be an experience. But cross your fingers for me that we won't see it for a long time, because I like my levels and I like not dying. So let's quickly jump over to the world spawn for this land, and I can give you kind of an idea of what's going on over there. So this is the first thing we see is a cave, and as you can tell, there's not really been very much work done on the Nether Hub for this area, which will definitely be a project for a future video. I would very much like to get this whole area straightened out. So now I'm going to just quickly run through these caves until I find my way out, and it looks like I just did that. And then it's up the hill, and here we are. This is the spawn. This is my spawn house, looking stylish in its blue icy glory. Over there, you can see that someone has started the farming of pigs and cows. And if we hop down here and quickly sleep so we don't get mobbed. Oh, there are monsters nearby. We are not sleeping. All right, we'll just do this at night, because why not? Why not? Doing it at night. All right, so that's my place. Over here, it's mostly just an aesthetic build. Over there, you can see one of the other houses of another player that started up. We already passed the build of a third player, and I think there are a couple other people hidden around here. But as you can see, spawn is virtually devoid of anything except for mobs. Mobs. Not much here. I really hope that I'm going to leave my mark on this place. I plan to put a castle on top of that mountain. That's my big project for the series, is I really want to get some practice in for like building cool stuff. Not really done very much of that. That's kind of like my first attempt there. You can see the ice flow house kind of idea, but I feel that I can improve quite a bit on that. I really want to put like some kind of cool structure on top of this mountain overlooking the spawn area. And I think that's where I'm going to about end it before all these mobs come and take my life, because creepers might not be able to damage blocks, but if you can see, they certainly do damage to everything else. And with that, this has been Rockwood, and I'll see you in the next one.